Live. No wait, weather and traffic on CW 39 Houston.
Well, yesterday we didn't see too many people get out there on the roads early in the morning. It seems like today everyone is back. We are following several accidents around town this morning, specifically the North Loop, where we have followed 4 different incidents already. Eastbound and westbound lanes are going to be moving slow in between the North Freeway and the East Tex Freeway. Right now, you're taking a look at the accident we've been following since 5:30. So think about it, an hour and a half now, you've been down to just 1 lane. Good news with this one, there is a tow truck on scene that is about to pull away the 18-wheeler that was involved in this accident. Let's go to the other one, though, that just popped up a few minutes ago. This is going to be the North Loop at Fulton. So we've just switched directions, but both accidents very close to one another. Again, it's our second accident at Fulton Street, Cavalcade, Cross Timbers, the frontage road. All will be a better option for you to take this morning instead of those main lanes. What I'm going to do is put all 6 accidents we're currently following. The bigger icon with the accident, those are the 2 separate ones on the North Loop. So 6 in total this morning, one just popping up near downtown I-10 at the East Tex Freeway, the Gulf Freeway right before you reach the South Loop, and now 2 separate accidents on the Beltway. We have already mentioned one there. If you're traveling northbound on the tollway towards West Park, you can go ahead and take Willcrest or the frontage road for your alternate route. But let's go ahead and zoom in on the slowest moving area of town and just show you Cavalcade, Cross Timbers, even West 18th Street. If you are traveling in from 290, you're going to see those delays, as well as 45, the North Freeway. So what does that drive time look like? It's all the way up to 32 minutes, which may not seem that bad. However, it's high because of something that's not even happening on your main lanes there. So Woodlands going in towards the North Loop, just give yourself some extra time. 290 not looking too bad just yet, but once you get off of 290, that's when things could slow down. We are seeing numbers that continue to rise on the east side of town. I-10 Gulf Freeway, 225 though, holding steady. Katy Freeway, East Tex Freeway, and the Southwest Freeway. Again, numbers rising, but it is 7:02. That's to be expected. We'll go over some overnight construction in just a few minutes, but Adam, let's send things over to you now.
All right, thanks, Hannah. When I see those drive times right there, I'm thinking, if you're about to leave your house, you can always watch us, or at least have us on in the car. Don't watch, but listen on the CW39 app. You can live stream us. This is a live view from our Sky Tracker network camera in New Orleans, where they are getting a good deal of rain, not just in this particular spot, but much of Louisiana and areas east. And that all stems from what's left of Nicholas. It's really not a powerful storm any longer. It's just a tropical depression, which means the winds are not a threat, but heavy rain will be an issue along the northern Gulf Coast. Now for us, we actually see some pretty decent weather today, and if you were out yesterday, you may have enjoyed in the afternoon that cooler feel and a little bit of a taste of fall. Now today we're going to see a lot of cloud cover. Within the clouds, a little drizzle or some really light isolated showers possible. Notice the winds here right in the middle part. So winds, NNW means winds from the north-northwest, going from north to south basically, and the wind speeds averaging about 10 to 15 miles per hour today. So we'll enjoy that little bit of a north breeze. That's going to help keep the temps lower than they would otherwise be this time of year. 70s throughout the morning hours. Even at noon, we're just under 80 degrees, and later today at the warmest, we'll be in the lower part of the 80s, maybe a few mid-80s at the warmest if we get a little sunshine breaking out this afternoon. So again, enjoying a break from the heat before it returns over these next couple of days. Let me show you on radar right now where we see Tropical Depression Nicholas. It's that L, the red L right in the middle part of your screen right there. So right in the western portion of Louisiana, but all of that rain swirling around it, coming up through Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, into the Florida Panhandle. A large section under a flash flood watch. So they're dealing with the heavy rain there. Could be double-digit rain totals in some spots east of Texas over the next few days. Sharon?
Thank you, Adam. Well, today, several school districts are still closed in the aftermath of Nicholas. Galveston ISD will remain closed due to power outages along with Angleton ISD. Texas City ISD is also closed for now, but will reopen sometime tomorrow. If your child's school is not listed, please contact the district directly for further instructions. Tropical Depression Nicholas caused heavy rain, wind, and flooding for parts of the Houston area when it made landfall as that Category 1 hurricane. And now parts of the Texas coast are dealing with the aftermath of this storm. CW39 Sydney Simone is live in Galveston now that the sun is up to see what further damage and repairs will need to be done. Good morning again, Sydney.
Good morning, Sharon. That's right. We are still driving around trying to find where the most damage is, where the lights are out. We actually rode past 39th Street and Seawall Boulevard not too long ago, and it was pretty dark over there. Lights were out in those neighborhoods and side streets in that area. But as we got closer to downtown, we realized the lights are still on. You know, people are still out. A lot of businesses are starting to open back up. Now, typically when it does rain and there's a tropical storm or a hurricane, most of these streets will be underwater and flooded, but this is not the case today. This morning it is raining again. Some light rain is starting to come down again. It's kind of been off and on, so the grounds have consistently been wet this morning, but like I said, you can still see a lot of people out driving cars and some lights on these buildings here. People over there to the left are kind of walking around. So yeah, so we're just trying to drive around and figure out where that damage is around Galveston so that we can show you what it's looking like following Nicholas. Reporting live, Sydney Simone, CW39 Houston.
All right, thank you so much, Sydney. Well, right now, thousands are still without power following, of course, that big tropical storm. And we had reported even earlier that about 81,000 people had lost or still were not having power at this point. That number has gone slightly down, but there's still a number of people this morning who still do not have power. So we're keeping posted on all of that, and we'll let you know when the powers are restored. Now, the company did announce that power is going to be back for more than 93% of customers throughout the greater Houston area. But as of right now, there's still about 81,000 people who still do not have power in the Centerpoint region. Now let's turn it over to meteorologist Star Harvey. She's got a look at what's in store when it comes to your weather stuff.
That's right, Sharon. So school's back in session today, just shortly after Nicholas did bring its impacts here to Southeast Texas. Now, we're still likely to see some of the energy from the backside of the storm through today and through a greater portion of our work week here. You'll notice that reflected here in our temperatures for this morning. We're sitting in those lower 70s to get our little ones off towards school. We're likely also to see some of those pops of drizzle, some spotty showers, nothing too wild there. And then also those breezes from those winds pushing from the north are going to have things feeling a little bit windy out there. You'll notice also, Sharon did bring this up, she gave us some of those schools that are closed, but if you're just tuning in, again, there is a list of some of the ISDs that do remain closed through our Wednesday, and you can also check out our website where we'll have those details posted there here throughout the week. Now, on our 7-day, note that today we're seeing our highs at 83, but as Thursday and Friday roll around, we're going to start to see the incline of our afternoon highs. Also a little bit more sunshine there. That's allowing for those temperatures to get their warmth back up there. And then also some spotty showers at least through our Friday. A little bit more energy also picking up into this weekend. We'll go from isolated chances to some more scattered activity. Sunday looking to be a little bit more wet and our temperatures dropping back off into that 80 range, and that'll carry us through the start of next week as well. Hannah?
Star, we have another accident to talk about this morning on 45, the North Freeway this time. So for a minute, I won't talk about the North Loop. But if you're traveling inside the loop at North Main, you're going to see one of your right lanes taken over. This is being reported as a stalled vehicle, so that's a little bit of good news. Hopefully they should have that cleared shortly, but going into downtown, we'll be moving slow. Let's check back in on some other areas real quick. If you're traveling inbound on I-10, an accident reported as you approach the East Tex Freeway has you moving around 11 miles per hour right around, let's say, Waco Street. Good news on the West Sam Houston Tollway. This accident has cleared, but we are still seeing slow speeds from the Southwest Freeway to the West Park Tollway, so be aware of that. And then overnight construction, we do have this listed on our website, CW39.com, but starting tonight at 9 p.m., northbound lanes of the West Loop in between the Southwest Freeway and Richmond Avenue. Let's take a live look now through our Sky Tracker network out at the Seawall Cam. Sydney just gave us a report driving around Galveston. We're going to be keeping a close eye on some of that damage left over. You're watching CW39 Houston.
Set free the devil inside.
Riverdale, new episode tonight at 8/7 Central.
So there you were, finally making some headway when the storm hit. That's when it's nice to know Speedy Cash is a good friend to have on a rainy day. Speedy Cash, we're here for you, online and in-store.
Move to flexible, free electricity with the Reliant Truly Free Flex Days plan. Get up to 8 free days every month. Plus, we'll upgrade your plan to solar on us. Reliant. That's power your way.
Denny's now has Bennies. Not just one, but many. It's the classic Benedict's plus 2 twists, so we really must insist that you try 1, 2, or all 3 of our Bennies. See you at Denny's.
Feeling trapped by your expensive cell phone plan? Here's the key. Switch to Consumer Cellular. Keep your phone and number with the same great coverage as the big carriers. Escape to a no-contract $20 a month plan with talk, text, and data. It's easy to connect. With our award-winning customer support team, no sleight of hand is required. Call, go online, or visit Target to get your new SIM card or phone today.
Most insurance companies won't pay without a fight. No matter how bad the wreck is, their goal is to pay you less. And what do? I hit hard. My client had a traumatic brain injury. I got him $1,913,500 in his pocket.
Jim Adler, the Texas Hammer, fights for you. 713-777-4000.
Call now. Greedy insurance companies are not unstoppable. I am.
None of those other moms have to do what I do. How many of them are trying to take down a mining company? My client has been subjected to constant harassment. This car's been following me.
Hey!
You just put a giant target on your back. Joanna Chang, you have a warrant for your arrest?
You're going to push for the maximum sentence.
14 years in jail.
There are very serious consequences on the line.
If you aren't willing to do what it takes, then stay out of my way!
Burden of Truth. New episode Friday at 8/7 Central on the CW.
So there you were, finally making some headway when the whole landscape changes. That's when you can use an old friend like Speedy Cash, your bridge over troubled waters. Speedy Cash, we're here for you, online and in-store.
Totally Erica.
I like it when we work together as a team to torture and humiliate our little brother.
The Goldbergs, weekdays starting at 4 on CW 39.
Houston.
Welcome back, everyone. Republicans are ramping up their attack on the Biden administration over its handling of the U.S. withdrawal in Afghanistan. Washington correspondent Jesse Tenor is joining us now live with the latest on this one. Good morning, Jesse.
Yeah, good morning to you as well, Sharon. General Austin Scott Miller, the former commander of U.S. forces in Afghanistan, briefed senators yesterday. And for Republicans, it really just added more fuel to the fire. GOP senators left a classified briefing Tuesday with plenty to say about the Biden administration's response to the Afghan government collapse and the evacuation efforts that followed.
And we're not going to let the military take the fall for this.
Alabama Senator Tommy Tuberville questioned whether the withdrawal was a military or political decision. And Mississippi Senator Roger Wicker said they learned more during the closed meeting with the former commander of U.S. forces in Afghanistan.
What President Biden decided to do was contrary to the advice of senior military leadership.
President Biden has said he based the decision to end the military mission on the unanimous recommendation of his civilian and military advisors.
There's no way to put a pretty face on this.
And Tennessee Senator Marsha Blackburn warned leaving behind American citizens, green card holders, and Afghan allies sends the wrong message to the rest of the world.
Our enemies do not fear us, and our allies do not know that they can trust us.
But during back-to-back hearings on the Hill this week, Secretary of State Antony Blinken defended the administration's response.
There's no evidence that staying longer would have made the Afghan security forces or the Afghan government any more resilient.
Blinken said the president inherited the Trump administration's deal with the Taliban to end the war, but no plan to make it happen.
President Biden immediately faced the choice between ending the war or escalating it.
And these lawmakers will also get to grill the defense secretary, chairman of the Joint Chiefs, and CENTCOM commander during Afghanistan hearings at the end of the month. Live in Washington, I'm Jesse Tenor.
All right, great job as always. Thank you so much, Jesse, and we'll see you a bit later in our newscast as well. All right, let's turn it over to Adam. He's got a look at what's in store for your weather this morning. Adam.
Starting off with radar, because we can see Tropical Depression Nicholas off towards our east. It's actually making for some pleasant weather here today. It won't be too warm. We'll have a little bit of a north breeze on the backside of it. A lot of cloud cover overhead here as well today. Maybe a couple of sprinkles or some light showers, but not a big deal in terms of the rain. It is a big deal, though, a big rainmaker farther east. Parts of Louisiana and eastward dealing with some heavy rain. Notice these green outlines right there. Those are flash flood warnings a little north of New Orleans right now into parts of Mississippi where persistent heavy rain is ongoing. There could be multiple inches of rain over a big portion of the northern Gulf over the next couple of days. The excessive rain outlook for today highlights a large section here from Louisiana to the Florida Panhandle in the moderate range, meaning flash flooding pretty likely in that general area. So there's a flash flood watch, meaning watch out for possible flooding in this green color from, again, Louisiana to around Panama City. And then these darker red spots indicate some flash flood warnings where flooding is ongoing right now. Over the next few days, what's left of Nicholas is barely going to move. This thing has stalled. And you'll remember a couple days before landfall of Nicholas, we were talking about some models showing it potentially stalling around southeast Texas, which would have dropped lots and lots of rain around here. Well, it's stalling closer to Louisiana, and there's just going to be a constant feed of moisture coming up from the Gulf. And that'll be the case here as we go into Friday now. Notice how this thing really hasn't moved. Again, a weak storm in terms of winds over the next few days, but a lot of rain will result near and east of the storm. Meanwhile, on the backside of it, not just today, but also tomorrow and also Friday, some isolated light rain will be possible. More so just a couple of nuisance showers. Nothing that's going to cause any problems around here. This is the bullseye for the heaviest rain throughout the next 3 days. These yellow and orange colors represent on average about 5 to 7 inches, but there will be isolated spots that could see 10 inches or even more just between now and the end of the week. Hannah?
Let's go back to 610 the North Loop, still talking about 2 accidents that are slowing you down there. If you're just now joining us this morning since around 5:30 to now, we have followed 4 separate accidents in this area. So this one, though, has been there the longest. It does involve an 18-wheeler, and the tow truck is on scene. However, you might be able to spot what looks kind of like a crane coming from that tow truck. It looks like they're trying to get that trailer onto something else. Either way, you're down to what looks like 2 lanes still. Main lanes going eastbound towards the East Tex Freeway. Now we're just going to flip the direction here and give you an update of what it looks like at Fulton Street. Mainly a concern for the entrance ramp there, but it is slowing down the main lanes westbound. This side is going towards 45, so you can imagine both directions just have not been looking good all morning long. Cavalcade, Cross Timbers, Frontage Road still remain the better options for you if you want to plan ahead. That would be a good idea. We're not following the accident anymore on I-10 near downtown and the East Tex Freeway. That's some good news. The accident on the Beltway has also cleared. However, we are still following an accident on the Gulf Freeway in right around the South Loop. Transtar is saying that it is unknown what lane it is in. Also, we don't have that camera anymore. Nicholas kind of popped out some of our cameras, so we don't have access to all of the Transtar ones, but we can see things are moving pretty slow there. Sharon, over to you.
Thank you so much, Hannah. Well, today is the beginning of a special important month. It kicks off Hispanic Heritage Month. CW39's Gianella Gelino will be highlighting individuals in the community who are truly making a difference. And this morning, she is live in Houston's amazing Second Ward area with one man's truly incredible story. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm so excited to celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month by highlighting the wonderful people of this city. Raul Orlando Edwards is an educator and a salsa enthusiast who's brought music from Latin America to Houston. Raul says salsa is a lot like life. Every move complements the next. Originally from Panama, Orlando came to the States looking for the American dream. When he arrived, he says things were very different. He recalls one time when he tried to get a driver's license. He put Hispanic on the form, and the DMV employee erased it and told him he was black and not Hispanic.
But as I began to explore and understand a lot more about the culture, I was not so aware of the racial situation in the United States, how deep it was, even in the structure of the country, the structure of the laws, the structure of society.
It was in that moment Raul knew his purpose was to highlight Afro-Latin culture through showcasing art.
I began to discover a lot of the beautiful things about Black culture in Latin America, Native culture in Latin America. And that began to empower me into really embrace, but also be very proud of those cultures.
He began Falam Arts, which is an annual music festival featuring artists and music from all over Latin America. Raul says one popular music genre today, reggaeton, began in the streets of Panama, but colorism is deeply ingrained in the fabric of Latin America.
And the drum, the percussions were Black. But today what we see is, what's exported is basically European looking.
Raul says he will keep bringing the arts, the music to Houston to remind everyone that culture is an ode to the soul. Edwards says Falam Arts has events in the work for the upcoming year. Reporting live in the East Side, Gianella Giglino, CW39 Houston.
Thank you so much, Gianella, and such a great story as well. Let's go ahead and take a live look courtesy of the Sky Tracker Network, looking from the Wells Fargo Plaza towards downtown Houston. We are CW39 Houston.
Turn up the laughs.
Hang that up, will you please? Listen.
Shimmy for your father, like this. It's in our blood and our shoulder.
Weekdays starting at 4 on CW39 Houston.
Babe?
Ooh.
Ooh. Yeah?
Oh, yeah. There are many ways to say it. Yes. But when you find the best bargains ever at Ross, you'll say yes for less.
Here we go. And we go up.
You're the proud owner of the fastest growing gym in town. And your online classes are a big reason why. But if slow upload speeds end up straining your growth because your business has cable,
What's going on?
Just remember,
If you hear me, put your kettlebells down.
you're not a bad gym owner. You just need better internet.
AT&T Business Fiber delivers 25 times faster upload speeds than cable to help keep your business growing. Limited availability in select areas. Call 1-844-641-FAST.
Helen knew exercise could help her diabetes, but she didn't know what was right for her. No. Nope. No way. But then Helen went from no to no. With Freestyle Libre 14-Day, now she knows what activity helps lower her glucose and can see what works best for her. Take the mystery out of your glucose levels and lower your A1C. Now you know. Freestyle Libre 14-Day, now covered by Medicare for those who qualify.
Denny's now has Bennies. Not just one, but many. It's the classic Benedict's plus 2 twists, so we really must insist that you try 1, 2, or all 3 of our Bennies. See you at Denny's.
How powerful is an Invisalign smile?
Who's ready to
So powerful, you can face anything, even these faces. Invis is a powerful thing. Invis is the clear aligner brand most trusted by doctors and more predictable. Invisalign.
Home selling with OfferPad is as easy as...
Welcome to OfferPad. How can we help? Ooh, let's go with Express Sell.
With a cash offer in 24 hours.
And that comes with no showings. Extra no showings, please.
Request your free offer today at OfferPad.com.
When you take a statin drug to reduce cholesterol, it can also deplete your CoQ10 levels. Cunol can help restore this important heart health nutrient. Cunol, the better CoQ10.
You know when you're at Ross and the fall finds are everything? And those brands at those prices are everywhere. Okay, that's yes for less. Bring on the fall looks you've been waiting for with the best bargains ever at Ross. Yes for less.
This portion of No Wait Weather and Traffic is brought to you by Sleep Shop Superstore and Bunk Bed World, the largest selection of bunk beds in Houston and much more.
Well, Nicholas no longer poses any major threats to southeast Texas, but it was the 14th named storm of this hurricane season. And you'll see here that we have also had 19 storms in the last 17 months. So that dates back to last year across the United States. Now, if you take a look at where we usually sit, we usually see about 3 of those named storms making landfall. So I went ahead and did the math there, and that means that we are seeing 6 times more. And of course, 6 of those landfalls have been in the state of Louisiana, and we're continuing to track Nicholas as it makes its way just towards that region. Now, we have nearly a dozen weeks left in this hurricane season, and you can see that we are more than halfway through our names. And next on the list, we have Odette as well as Peter, and with some energy brewing up in the tropics right now, in fact, 2 systems brewing up. Hannah, I wouldn't be surprised if these get named sooner rather than later.
Did you say a dozen weeks left? Wow, that really puts that into perspective. Guys, still keep your guard up. We got to be paying attention to some of these storms just in case. I'm on my Twitter account right now for a purpose. I'm not just trying to get you to follow me. I did see LaPorte Emergency Management tweeted out an accident I wanted to let you know about right around Underwood. So the southbound lanes of Underwood in front of Southern Comfort Kitchen, if you're familiar with this part of town, is closed. Those lanes are completely closed due to an accident. And now we're going to Mark Herman, the Harris County Constable for Precinct 4. He tweeted out on the north side of town, FM 2920 is dealing with an accident shut down due to a vehicle fire. So he posted a picture as well. Things are really slow, not only on our freeways, but also those side roads. In 2920, though, a major road around town, you do need to be aware. A lot of people are out there this morning, whereas yesterday we just didn't see too many people driving around because we didn't want you on the roads. Things are moving today, and it's going to be actually moving pretty slow for you. So just be mindful of some of these issues. You're watching CW 39 Houston.